you got to appeal it. And then, to hear, Buzz calling, Adam, he ain't answering, or whatever the case may be. He's calling people, and they not picking up. Now they're avoiding him. Why is that? Boy, why aren't you answering Brick calls?
Another Cap Sharp narrative. I have not been ducking any phone calls, and keep in mind that his baby mama has been in communication with me, talking to me, telling me what time Brick was going to call and everything. But every time that I got on the phone with Brick, it's been like 2 or 3 minutes of conversation, and then he gets kicked off because I guess he's only allowed to be on the phone for 10 minutes at a time. Never at any point until I was in Turks and Caicos, like right before that other video clip came out, did Brick even utter something that mentioned or inferred that he thought that he should be getting in any way some money from us. So to me, I'm going to be real with you, I just feel like this is some hoe-ass shit. No offense, Brick. I don't really want to use the hoe word when it comes to you or anything, but how are you going to be out here communicating shit like this to Sharp and not having the nuts to say it to me? And in addition to that, I mean, let's be real about the relationship between an employer and a worker. If Brick had asked me in the beginning, Adam, if I get locked up, will you bail me out? Will you pay for my lawyer, etc.? My response early on probably would have been like, no. Like, I would prefer to not take our relationship to that extent. Like, that's just not something I really go into business with someone being prepared to do. It does leave a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth to realize that Brick is comfortable having conversations about me to Sharp, but won't have that same conversation to me. Like, if you want to borrow money, you can ask me.
Remember, Sharp is a guy that went on, he got his profile up from going on Soft White Underbelly, where he was popular. And I would imagine Adam 22 reached out to him. I generally don't. Anyone I'm ever friends with or I'm around a lot, unless they're weird, I'm always somewhat cool with them. I can't imagine talking that bad about somebody that I used to spend that much time with, but it could get frustrating. I mean, he said Sharp will be back in Las Vegas trafficking women because he can't pay his rent. I mean,
I would easily, gladly open up our books and let everybody see the fact that we paid Brick for exactly the amount of time that he was on the podcast. So this is ridiculous. This is just totally fake. Sharp, again, basically a bum at this point. He's on the verge of homelessness. He's going to go back to Vegas and continue his sex trafficking career at the truck stops in Vegas. And apparently he's just trying to get one little tiny moment of clout by calling me out. His YouTube channel is in the fucking dirt.
And these are guys that once upon a time, Sharp is the one that when AD and them left, he refused to go and said, I'm saying it, I'm down with no jumper and, all that. And in the end, what did it get him? He's back apparently with no dough. And whether that's true or not, who knows? And Adam talking bad about him. But the lesson, if you're watching this, realistically, if you're doing criminal stuff, like if Brick Baby worked at a landscaping company and caught some case, would you expect the landscaper to keep paying him while he's in jail? Probably not. Now, there is on the other side, you could say, well, Adam's definitely making money talking about Brick Baby. As a matter of fact, if there was no Big U case, if Brick Baby wasn't in jail, what would they be talking about? I mean, that's like a big chunk of their content, and they have the right to do that. I mean, it's in the news, it's public information. But so do you guys think podcasting, at least in our demographic of where street stuff it went from, I was always talking about street stuff of the past, and when it went into people talking about current event street stuff, seemed kind of risky. And as we see, it came out badly. But what do you think about? I will say this too: to be someone who makes a lot of money, to be an actual businessman, business person, you do have to have like a asshole-ish personality, because you will fritter you have to really watch all the money, because remember, $1 million is $1,000 1,000 times. So a person has $1 million in the bank is very easy. Oh, I need a band. Well, 1,000 ain't shit. I got $1 million. You do that too many times, you've given all your money away. In each increment, you didn't really notice. So, and also, I doubt if, I think Adam makes his money off the PORN, really. No Jumper, that content on there, they get a lot of views, it makes a lot of money, but there's a bunch of people up there. He's paying a rent. Like, I know how much I make. He has, I think he said 25 million views, so he might get eight times, or, well, he has other income stream. He has the Instagram too, but let's just say off YouTube, he might get 8 to 10 times more views than me. But there's, I don't know how many people are working there. 10 people plus several. I edit. I mean, I'd pretty much do everything.